Rashford is going to be a Barcelona player. If you had told me that exact statement 5 years ago, I would have laughed at you because this is supposed to be the next Man U great academy product, go on to be, in the realms of the Beckhams, of the Nevilles, of all the Giggs, all those guys. He was supposed to be the next academy great. And to see what his career has kind of done in the last 3 years is a little bit disappointing. I'm a Liverpool fan. I don't want to see Man United succeed, but I always liked Rashford as a player. I like his style of play. I want him to succeed. So seeing how everything has kind of transpired in the last year and a half is interesting to say the least. But the fact that the Man United has gone down and somehow his career has gotten better is I don't even know how to put it into words, because as United has gone worse, Marcus Rashford has gone to Aston Villa, succeeded, excelled. He's had good moments, especially in the Champions League against PSG. He's had great moments at Aston Villa. And now he's going to Barcelona to play with Lamine Yamal and Rafinha and Lewandowski, one of the best number 9s in the 21st century, one of the best young talents this game has ever seen. Pedri, his career has literally improved in the last 6 months. Everything has gone according to plan, probably for him. And for Barca fans, I want to know what you guys think, because first it was Nico Williams might join. There was some whispers around Rafael Leao. There was whispers around more than a whisper, around Luis Diaz. But now it's Marcus Rashford, who probably out of those 4 players is the last one Barca fans would have wanted, just because of how kind of the last couple of years have gone. But now he's gonna be that guy, right? And it's gonna be interesting to see how he can play in that system. Obviously, that system is very attacking, very conducive to the way he plays football, right? So I think he's gonna have a lot of joy. I think I saw a video of Alejandro Balde saying, "I like, Marcus Rashford. He's a player that we would like in the Spanish team, or was it Barcelona, whatever it was." But he said he likes him. Can you just imagine Balde and Rashford on that left wing, just running up and just running at defenders? Trent, you better be watching out for that. But what are Barcelona getting in Marcus Rashford? First of all, he's never been the most prolific goal scorer, right? Yes, he's had a couple seasons here and there, 20 plus goals, but in general, he's an inconsistent finisher. Let's put it like that, right? But in a Barcelona team that's so attack-minded, so aggressive going forward, this guy's gonna get so many chances, especially playing with ultra creative players like Pedri, Lamine, Rafinha, even Lewandowski, right? Just by virtue of him being able to drag away defenders and create space, Rashford's going to get a lot of chances to score a lot of goals. And it's a loan with an option to buy, so there's not too much pressure in terms of, there's pressure because you have to kind of prove that you're worth it to Barcelona, right? If you play good this season, you're more likely going to get that full transfer, because who else is Barcelona going to go for now? Luis Diaz is probably edging towards Bayern Munich. Rafael Leao, I don't know. I haven't heard anything about him in the last month, so I don't know what's happening with him. Maybe he stays at AC Milan. Maybe he goes somewhere else. Nico Williams is already off the table. So you kind of have a clear path to be Barca's left winger. Right, we already heard that they're planning on changing the system, moving Rafinha inside so he can play in his more natural position, and then you have a natural left winger on the left side. So one thing Barca fans are going to get with Rashford, if you're a Barca fan that's ever watched the Premier League, pace for days. Pace. When he's confident, this guy looks like the best winger in the world. But that's the key thing. In the last couple of years, he hasn't been confident. When he's confident, this guy can destroy any fullback in the world. And I'm not exaggerating when I say that. I've watched him do this to Liverpool when he's at the peak of his powers. Even times when he wasn't in form, I've still seen him glide past our players like they weren't there. Now you put him in a team where, yeah, you're going to be the favorite to win almost every single week. He hasn't experienced that in how many years? In five or so years. Actually, his whole career. The whole time he's been at Man United, they've never been the favorite to win the league or the best team in the league. Now he's going to the best team in the league, arguably in Barcelona, where you have so much less on your shoulders. His whole career, it was, is he the next guy to kind of carry the baton? Is he going to take us from, after Rooney leaves, is he going to be the next guy to kind of take us to that next level? you don't have that pressure here. That pressure's on Lamine Yamal. And even if Lamine's not playing, it's on Pedri. If Pedri's not playing, it's on Rafinha. Like, you're like the fourth or fifth, sixth most important attacker in that team. So there's so much less pressure. All he has to do is kind of just produce on a consistent basis without all the pressure, right? Without having to be the number one, number two, number three kind of guy for Barcelona. And I think in that situation, he's going to thrive, right? Yes, he's going to be in a country with in a new country, in a new league, in a new language, and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, we already know that it's not going to be too much of a problem for him, right? We have a lot of players in Barcelona that speak English that can kind of relate with him, and a lot of the guys already liked his style of play. Like I said, Balde earlier, so he can kind of embed himself into that Barca culture, Barca lifestyle pretty quickly, right? And here we go is imminent. So probably by June 25th, we can say he will be in Barcelona, hopefully, so he can have maybe almost a month of preseason and just kind of practicing with the team, training with the team, getting himself acclimated into the Barcelona lifestyle. But this is a great move for Marcus Rashford. This is the move of his career. Going into his peak years, 28, I think October, going into his peak years, he has so much more to give the game, and you're going at the perfect time. A young team that's hungry, that's won, and is hungry to win more. A manager that loves attacking football, creative players that you can create for and be creative for. This is the ideal situation for any left winger in world football, right? That's why Nico Williams wanted to go there. That's why Luis Diaz wanted to go there. That's why probably Leao wants to go there. I don't know, right? But you're the guy that gets that trophy of being Barcelona's left, and he has to earn the spot, right? We don't know what the first game of Barcelona is going to look like. We know Lamine's going to be on the right, maybe Lewandowski up top. Is it going to be Rafinha left and Dani Olmo or Fermin in the middle? Is it going to be Marcus Rashford being able to kind of steal that left wing position and make it his own, and Rafinha's on? So we don't know what's going to happen, if he's going to be a firm starter or kind of a bench impact player. But for him, I don't think you want to be a bench impact player. I think you want to be a starter, so you can get that full move to Barcelona and kind of become that new left wing star for the team, right? Something that they haven't really had since Neymar left. I'm struggling to think and remember, but I mean, at times they had Coutinho playing there. Obviously, they had Rafinha playing there. They've had Ferran Torres playing there. They've had Fermin playing. They've had different guys playing that left wing, Ansu Fati, but nobody is kind of impressed. Obviously, not to the level of Neymar, but not even anywhere close to the level of Neymar. Now you have the opportunity to do that. At least impress, right? At least you can say, I've been the best Barcelona left winger since Neymar, outside of Rafinha, because Rafinha is more of a 10, but he has the opportunity to do that. And now that he's not a United player anymore, hey, I fully support him. I want him to do well. I want him to succeed. I like the way he plays the game of football when he's confident. I like Marcus Rashford's style of play. So I'm interested to see how. I mean, one thing I can say is Barcelona's just getting stronger. Winning the league, demolishing Real Madrid at every given opportunity. They're just getting stronger and stronger and stronger. It's going to be interesting to see what this team looks like at the beginning of the year. In terms of January 2026, what are they going to look like? Because this team is looking scary, right? They're kind of adding to their depth. I want to see what other signings they're going to make. If they're going to make a signing in defense or midfield or anything like that. But how they look now, constructed with all those young superstars and the kind of established, Rafinhas and Rashford and Lewandowski, even Ferran Torres is at 27 or 26 or 27. You have the perfect mix of players. I would love to. I'm going to watch every single Barcelona game like I did last season, and I want to see how Marcus Rashford performs. And I hope the best for him, because he's had a difficult couple of years, especially in United. The media always berating him. Everything he does is kind of yelled at. Oh, he's doing this. He's at a club. He's dating this girl. There's always something wrong that he does. Now you can kind of relax a little bit, right? Spanish media, yes, they're harsh, but they're not going to be as harsh on you as they would, other players in the Barcelona team or other players in Spain. So you can kind of breathe a little bit and just play your game, your natural game. a game where we can confidently say that if Marcus Rashford starts 25 games for Barcelona, or just plays 35 games, this guy can give you 10 to 15 goals confidently. I can confidently say that he can give you 10 to 15 goals in an attack-minded team where they created a crazy amount of chances for Ferran Torres, Rafinha, Lamine, Lewandowski. Even Firmino was chipping in. Probably had 10 goals. I don't even know off the top of my head, but he probably had 10 goals as well. So he's going to be able to enjoy, maybe give them a good 15 to 25, maybe even 30 GA. That's a good enough kind of return. See how many goals they score as a team, but I think he can do that. So I'm excited for Marcus Rashford. Barca fans, what do you think about this loan with the option to buy? What do you think about him joining? And when was the last time Barcelona had an Englishman kind of star in their team? I have to think. I honestly can't remember. Gary Lineker, 1980s or whatever. So it's been a while. So let's see how he does. Hope him the best, and hopefully he can resurrect his career. Thank you guys for watching this video. Leave a like, leave a comment what you think about this transfer, and make sure to subscribe to the channel. See you guys soon. Bye.